Okay, I ran out of storage again, but again, actually really good timing because that's the gist of it. Those are the two exercises you can do, and that translation into how that, I guess A might have originated and B might untangle through something like walking. I made a couple videos, and there's a lot of great stuff out there about kind of finding more like spring in your walk or just getting your foot moving in a different way. It's a really interesting movement, right? Because you could walk with your ankles in casts. You don't actually need to push out with your toe. You could just totally lift with the hip and bend your knee. Um, and a lot of us do walk with our ankles in cast to some extent, and that cast is called, the neurofascial pattern that we've set up. So the solution, like a lot of this, isn't to suddenly bust out of the cast and start like rolling through your ankles, a ton when you're walking. I mean, you wouldn't have much success with that. It'd feel pretty weird. But, solution being starting to free up the deeper layers of your calf, which will help free up the foot. In these certain movements, kind of getting those deeper layers more awake, getting the gliding layers a little bit better through that manual release, through that movement exercise. I mean, sort of both of those being doorways into your own investigation. But I think for a lot of us, those two things will help. And then starting to feel that movement. Again, feeling being kind of that systemic self-recognition of like, oh, something's different. And that you could look at that as like watering seeds that you've planted every time you sort of feel and notice that change. Again, especially when you're walking is probably a great simple movement to notice that. If you're playing tennis or something, it's a bit more, you're a lot more focused on what you're doing. And walking, being focused on where you're going and the surroundings, but sort of having a backdrop ear for that waking up happening in your legs and feet. And I think that's it. So, to anyone with that specific question, again, maybe who's tried a few things and it's still sort of a sticking point. I think that the gliding layers can be a bit of a linchpin to the whole thing for some people, or definitely something that hasn't been looked at. So, hope that helps you or anybody watching this video. Part 3 of 3. This is Liam from sabbatical, officially, but happy to make these. Signing out. Bye.